Okay, what's up, boys and girls? Why am I getting a warning? Oh, never mind. Sorry. My fucking OBS has a big red dot on the icon. I didn't realize that's what it looks like when it's recording. But, welcome to another episode of the jankityasspodcast. I am here, your jankityast of all hosts. And it is now... What is it now? It's July now. We're about halfway through the month almost. Not quite. But, so yeah, this month kind of sucks. I can't even park in my own home because, some more bullshit, more home stuff. We're all dealing with it. They're out there working on something right now. Apparently it was so important to get the... God damn it. Hiccuping already. Apparently it was so important to get the stucco off the wall or something. I don't know. It's stupid. Don't care. What I do care about is I got some more beer for you. Losing tags. This time we got one in a bottle. It's World on a String from Allagash. And this is ale brewed with orange peel and aged in bourbon barrels. And it's 9%, so it's gonna do some work on me, to say the least. There we go. And it's got some zip to it. And of course, as always, I got my handy dandy drinking horn. And we'll pour that out. And that is a nice golden ale. Oh, yeah. And a little fizzy. Anyways, I don't really have that much going on. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do, the whole stand-up thing. Again, I'm kind of working on a set. So hopefully I'll have a chance to try that out before. And why am I yawning? Why am I fucking yawning? And I'm not really a talker, but you ever get whenever like you're drinking for the first time or eating and then your jaw starts to tingle? I hate that. And it would be nice if this beer would actually... Okay, first taste. It is a little bitter, but it's good. The hell was I saying? But yeah, hopefully I'll get a chance to try that out before this episode comes out. I'm still yawning. I don't know why. It's not even the morning anymore. It's the afternoon. Although I guess for me it's kind of the morning because I'm a night man. No day man around here. Anyways, I'm starting to plan out my next trip out to New York. A little Thanksgiving with the family type of thing going on. It's still a ways. What the fuck? Whatever. Some rando. Still a ways out. Everything's a lot more expensive. I don't know why I'm yawning. But yeah, everything's more expensive. I think the hotel that we stayed at now, because my mom has a timeshare, an old timeshare, which we gotta think about getting rid of. But yeah, during the holidays, the prices always go up. So, and I think they were saying that she was saying, so last year, when we went, the hotel that we stayed at, it was, what the fuck? Ugh. That's annoying. Whatever. It's the start of the episode, so I guess, hey, we're just getting warmed up. But, no, last year we went, she used her points for the hotel, and we still had to pay like $600, which was kind of like, the hotel again or something like that. I don't know. She also doesn't. She's not good at like explaining anything. But this time we looked it up, and it's like after using points, it's like another $3,000. That's bullshit. So yeah, I'm looking at other hotels in Manhattan, try and get, you know, something a little bit cheaper. It's probably not going to be as good. It's bullshit. It's not going to be as good, but I mean, just going to have to deal with it. I'm also, you know, mobile and capable, whereas you know, my mom doesn't. She doesn't really move around a lot, so we'll see. But also, if I find a place that's kind of closer to things that we normally go to, that'd be better. No, I don't know. All right, now I'm getting some swigs in. Yeah, that stuff's pretty good. Nice and thick. Can't even see through it. I haven't had a... Well, this is just a straight up, just an ale, isn't it? Just a bourbon ale. But I would like to go to... part of the reason I want to go to New York again is I just want to go to the Stand again. And... which is a comedy club that I got to check out last time. And... you know, if we stay closer to like, what was it? Like kind of closer to the east side or, like Washington Park, Greenwich Village, there's some stuff down there. It's a little bit less expensive, but you know, I was telling my mom I gotta go and look at everything individually, which takes time. Like I'd rather be, you know, doing this actually, literally. Or trying to find work or something like that. I don't know. It's not something I could do over the phone. Let's see. What else do I have going on? Oh, yeah. I finally got out of the COVID slump. Got back to work a little bit. Did a couple shows. One of them was fun. We had downtown, we had some band called Porno for Pyros. They're kind of, they're like an old rock band. I guess they hadn't played in like 20 years or something like that. And, well, it was downtown, so we had to deal with biker gangs. One guy managed to get in with like a buck knife, like this big. A good two-hand length. Whatever, I don't know exactly what you call it, but yeah, so we had to kick that guy out. And it was nice. He was just like, he got me. But he was like an actual real biker gang. Like I won't even say which one it is. But and then let's see, we had another show. Yeah, and then just had like another rave, but that was surprisingly well behaved, and I'm yelling again. Oh, it's not even that cold. But let's see. What I do have for you are some articles. Of course, also, yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Got a couple fun ones here. Well, maybe not so much fun, but interesting. Go ahead and start off with the first one. DC reportedly kills Wonder Twins films. Good. No one gives a shit about the Wonder... How do I get this out of here? Get out of here, Ad. Yeah, Wonder Twins, like, who cares? I'm surprised they were... I guess I'm not surprised that they were considering making something like this, because DC has made... Well, not DC so much, but Warner Brothers has made some kind of shitty decisions in the past and the not so recent past. Not so distant past. Yeah, like I don't even know what they were thinking. I hope this also means that they're not even going to try and make a an Elastic Man movie or show or anything like that, because that's like one of those characters where like it was made as it must have been made as a joke, and just like for whatever reason they just refuse to get rid of him in at least DC does anyway. You know what I'm talking about, right? The guy who looks like Johnny Knoxville and he's wearing a onesie and he's got the glasses or some shit stupid. And then of course Wonder Twins are also stupid, and apparently they have a stupid ass blue monkey, as you can see here. Definitely worst part of the old Justice League shows. But what is funny is actually I don't know if you guys have seen The Boys, which I finally finished that up. But they kind of had their own Wonder Twins parody where they had the twins who would touch their fingers and like lightning each other, and then they could shoot people, but in reality they apparently like sucked and they were just there for the fame, and then they died. Of course, that was a fun show. And also, speaking of the Boys, what's interesting is I did not realize that for whatever reason, I didn't realize that Soulja Boy was played by one of the guys from Supernatural. I think I might have talked about this already before. Well, whatever. I'm talking about it again. It was one of the guys from Supernatural, Dean, or Jensen Ackles. Mostly because I think what threw me off was like he had the facial hair and longer hair in the show, whereas in Supernatural, he's crew cut, clean shaven. It was completely different. And then also, what they did with the story is complete. Like they've completely diverged from the comics, just about. But I don't know. I like what they did. It was a little anticlimactic, the end of the season, but I do like what they did. There's some cool stuff in there, cooler than the Wonder Twins will ever be, I should say. I should add. So glad that's gone. Good riddance. Get out of here, Wonder Twins. Speaking of good riddance to cheaters. Next article, Call of Duty anti-cheat system makes legit players invisible to cheaters. This is actually kind of hilarious. So, not only if an account's found to be cheating, I guess not only. So instead of being banned, they just make it like unplayable, which is almost. I would say it's almost a better solution. It's kind of hilarious. And then you'll instantly be able to tell, like, oh, that guy must have been a cheater because he can't hit the broadside of a barn anymore. Or just be like standing from like, ooh, and then they get shanked. But I also haven't played Call of Duty in a while. I probably should pick that up one of these days for my other show, but I don't know. We'll see. And I wonder though if this means that other cheaters are going to be able to see. Yeah, probably. So I guess the way to do it is to somehow get in a server full of cheaters, and then you're invisible, which kind of makes you the cheater in a way. But I mean, you can still get blown up by everything. You'll just be invisible. No big deal. I do got to figure out what game I want to play next. I'm thinking. Well, actually, I kind of already know because my next title that I want to get into is Doom Eternal again. Which I mean, I played through the regular campaign by itself, but I haven't played since any of the DLC came out. So I haven't done any of like the new missions at all. And actually, I gotta. I kind of want. I'm not sure about this, but I do kind of want to do the original Doom for PS4 before that, just because in a way it does kind of follow from the same. It follows from the same storyline. And the nice thing about Doom Eternal is that they do kind of package up everything all together. Although I do wonder if they basically just kind of ended the story with the DLC. I'll have to find out. Because I know it has to do with you eventually fight the actual Baron of Hell. Or not Baron, but Lord, King, whatever. Some other options. I'll have to see if Space Marine, the original one, is on PS4 at all. Because I know that one was originally on PS3. And I don't think they ever released it for PS4, but I'll have to check that out. But then also at the same time, they've got the new one coming out for PS5 sometime I wouldn't be surprised if it's like next year or at the end of this year. But then, of course, PS5 is still ridiculously hard to find. So, kind of, who cares? And I don't even know. I would hope that my video bypass works for the PS5. I mean, it should, because it's just a USB plug-in or whatever. Or not even that. Like, it's just a HDMI cable plug-in, which should still be standard. So I would assume it works. So there's that. I do still have Assassin's Creed Origins, which I could play if I really wanted to, but that's before the one that I'm playing right now. So, And I still got Fallout 4, honestly, to finish, but I don't. That one's gonna be a while, so I might have to forget about that. I don't know. We'll see. Plus, it would hardly be the first time that I played Fallout 4. It'd actually be more like the 5th or 6th. I think, yeah, that one's. Damn it! It's a little too. Maybe if they have a new one, I don't know. I don't know, because they it's not that I don't know, it just takes a while to really progress. But anyways, speaking of progression, last article is an interesting one here. Rage Against the Machine's first show in 11 years. See video and set list. This is with everybody. And where was Alpine Valley? LA Rising all day concert. I didn't even know about this at all myself. But yeah, apparently they finally played for the first time in a while. I thought it had been. I would have thought it'd been longer. I guess they must have done like another reunion show sometime after they originally broke up, not too long ago. And I mean, also, I have no idea what. I know the biggest reason they broke up was because of Zach, their singer. Because like the rest of them were, he for whatever reason was. He didn't really want. How do I say this? Like everybody else wanted to follow like the standard thing, like, hey, we can, really make more money if we do this, this, and this. And he was kind of like, well, that's not my vision or purpose or whatever. Like, he wasn't in it for the money, and they just couldn't figure it out, so they ended up going their separate ways. So I don't know what Zach's been doing. He's probably been doing like some other small stuff. I know Tom Morello is he does a few things, like he gets out and talks. He has his own radio. He has a show on Sirius XM, for example, and then the rest of the band, who knows? But it would be interesting to see if they actually do end up doing more stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. anyways, those are the 3 articles. That's what I got for now. There's gonna be more later here in the month. I'll work on some more stuff. I did have some other things that I was thinking about, but I completely forgot. I don't know, because I was gonna record this last night, but it was really late and I was a little too high, so I couldn't quite get there. Maybe I'll do a little bit more tonight, but I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, if you haven't done so already, well, we're gonna get into the show here some more, but before all that, you should definitely go into the corner, like and subscribe to Multi-Murdy Media. That is the YouTube channel that you're watching right now. Or if you're listening, just keep listening on whatever you're listening on. But yeah, you'll get this playlist. You'll also get the Poncho's Paint Booth, which is my, painting up and models and hobby stuff. And then, of course, the Gutsy Gamer, which is all my video games and Twitch, like I was just talking about. Playthroughs and stuff. Currently playing through Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Good times. Even that one's still a little on the long side, but, whatever. And then, of course, at the very end of the episode, or if you go down in the description, you'll get links to my socials and my website. We have Multi-Murdy Media is on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I should probably do like a Reddit thing, but I don't have a way to. I haven't found a service that like schedules for Reddit, so I'm not gonna do that. But and then of course, multimurdymedia.com is the website. Also has the links to everything, and yeah. So pretty much just keep whatever. I got some more show here, so keep watching, keep listening, keep doing whatever you're doing. Let's keep on going. Are you listening to this show and thinking, man, I'd like to start a podcast, but I don't even know where to start? Well, Buzzsprout has the answers for you. Buzzsprout is a podcast hosting service that provides a number of valuable resources to help you on your podcasting career path. For one, Buzzsprout offers indefinite hosting of all your episodes and allows you to host as much material as you want, depending on the type of subscription that you opt for. Buzzsprout also provides a means for getting your show hosted to every major podcasting platforms such as iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, you name it. In addition, Buzzsprout also provides various means to get your show monetized through various sponsorship and affiliate programs, links to other paid hosting platforms such as Patreon and YouTube, and your own personal newsroom to learn all the tips and tricks for optimizing your podcast for the greatest return on your investment. If you're hearing all this and you're still interested, you can go to my link below and receive an Amazon gift card for starting a podcast hosting subscription that you'll receive on the second billing period of your podcast journey. Everyone has something to share, and there's no time like the present. Join Buzzsprout today. Alright, back. Apologies. This episode is going to be a little bit shorter than I kind of have been intending to, because I've been dealing with house bullshit, which is hopefully coming to an end here pretty soon. This month anyway. But anyways, I do still have some stuff for you. At least. First of which being, of course, we got well, we still got a little bit of cough. We got more beer. This is from the from the depths of my house, I guess. Okay. Drecker Brewery from Fargo, North Dakota. I didn't know they had a brewery. This is the these guys. This is another one that I got off the tab hour, and they do like a lot of fruit smoothie sour ales, sour beers, and this one is the lemon apricot brains. And if you're watching, they do this with a lot of the labels. It's the nice skull with a ice cream scoop on top, and some eyeballs and stuff. Let's go ahead and of course, got the horn. Let's get this stuff opened up. Oh yeah, no fizzle. Very fruity. And let's see how this baby pours. Oh yeah, that's very IPA looking. Kind of tastes a bit like a. It looks like, I don't know if you guys ever have like those natural fruit juices in a can. That's what this looks like if you're watching. It's like, it's got the same orange as an IPA, but even thicker, if that makes sense. And, oh, this blanket's falling off on me. And, well, it doesn't really foam up too much, so that's nice. Nice and fruity. Not bad. I like it. Yeah, let me get some more here. I also realized my lighting kind of sucks. I had to do this during the day. Even with my one lamp on, still kind of looks like shit. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, the what I've heard before, like, you can, like, blowing all your money on like a fancy set and all that kind of stuff. Like, it doesn't matter. Just make the podcast easy for you to create, and it's really just the content that's going to matter, which is of course why mine sucks right now. But anyways, I do have some notes. I'm also having some phone problems too. It seems like our service outages. Verizon's taking a dump today, I guess, and yesterday too, actually. But no articles today. I'll have some a bit later. Don't worry, I wanted to keep them a little bit separate. And that also, what sucks is during the day too. Normally I would do this episode after, hitting a bowl, but again, my landlord's doing some bullshit outside all month, so I don't need that, wafting out while there's contractors and stuff around the house. So hopefully you won't hear anything. I think most of the stuff's done. But anyways, oh, and my phone's not charging either. That's nice. There we go. So some notes. First one I put down, basically just going over some stuff that I have, is first note I got here is Anthony Starr is apparently slated to play Dracula at some point, and I think I should have taken better notes, but if I oh no, I don't remember where I think this was in Blade that he might be in, actually. And for those of you who are just kind of like, who are you talking about? Anthony Starr is the guy playing Homelander in The Boys. And, well, if this is true, I mean, he's a good actor, obviously. I mean, he plays a fucking homicidal sociopath that people like, apparently. And I think he'll make a good Dracula. He just has to, dye his hair black, which, I mean, the blonde apparently isn't his natural hair color anyway. But I think I do have some articles about The Boys coming up here too. And also that the current season ended already. It was a little, I think, shit, did I already talk about this? Maybe. Whatever. Anyways, Anthony Starr and Tony, not Anthony. There's no H in there. It's gonna be Dracula, and that's Starr with 2 R's as well. Or at least it's a very good possibility. I think it's still just a rumor, but hey, sounds good to me. Let's see. And then actually, I had another one, another Marvel rumor. Apparently, one of, if not the big bad for. Well, okay, so they got. I think like the first Marvel movie coming out next year is going to be the new Ant-Man, where they have, Paul Rudd still, of course. I'm pretty sure Evangeline Lilly is still going to be the Wasp, even though she did apparently get dinged for like some pseudo anti-vax stuff. Although how severe that is, I don't know. Whatever. Not the point. I know that there was like a rumor that she might be replaced, but I mean at this point, like, no, just leave it. Who cares? And then they're going to have Lang's kid, Cassie Lang. That's the character's name. Is also going to be in the movie as another Pym particle hero. Except apparently they're naming him Stinger, her Stinger, instead of in the comics her character's name's Stature. So I don't know how that. I guess they're not doing like the gigantic thing this time either. But anyways, so that was the obvious stuff that everybody already knew. One of the rumors that I saw is that apparently Darren Cross is coming. Or shit, was that? I don't remember if that's the actor's name or the character's name. Let me look it up. Antman. So the main guy, Corey Stoll, played Darren Cross, aka Yellow Jacket, in the first movie. Apparently, they're bringing him back as like. I want to say the big bad, but I guess he's going to be like kind of like the secondary bad guy because the movie is supposed to have Kang in it again. Actually, there's some more cool stuff that they came out with, but so I guess Kang is going to be the main antagonist, but apparently they're bringing back Corey Stoll, and he's going to have been transformed into Modok. Somehow, I don't know how they're gonna do that. I kind of hope they just have like a big fat head with like the little arms and shit and a jetpack and guns and stuff coming out. That'd be funny, but I'm sure he's just gonna be like a droid type of situation. Maybe kind of like a Deathlock, Modok cross conversion type of thing. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see what they do. And I mean, they've been getting into like the whole multiverse thing too, so there's a very good chance that it'll just be like a one-off MODOK and then he'll dies. Which is too bad. I think they need to quit killing off bad guys, you know what I mean, and good guys too. I don't know if you guys saw, I know Thor came out since the last time I recorded, because I did the little intro blurb at the beginning of the month here. And, well, if you haven't, so spoilers, if you haven't seen it already, but they brought back Natalie Portman to play Lady Thor with Jane Foster, and then, well, she dies at the end of the movie. Which, like, I'm kind of okay with, because it sort of just, like, wraps that up and it's done. Even though in the comics, there's both Thors still. There's, Thor, who's the original Thor, and then there's the Mighty Thor, who's Jane Foster, and she's running around doing her thing. And they're all running around doing their own things. And I haven't really kept up with the comics that much, because it's kind of a pain in the ass now that my digital comic site switched over to Amazon, and all their organization just completely went out the window, which I've already bitched about that before. But let's move on a little. Let's take some more swigs. Stuff is pretty thick. Ugh. Let's see, how much time have I done? Whole lot of nothing. Yeah, these solo casts are kind of a pain in the ass to do by myself. I should have just grabbed another bowl. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Who cares? Let's see. Okay, yeah. Distracting myself. Smooth. I like these. Definitely can't drink them. Whatchamacallit? They're kind of like a one and done. Like I would have one of these. Yeah, there's like a lot of. It even says, contains a significant amount of fruit, so please keep cold at all times. Which means that this stuff isn't even that. It's probably not even that alcoholic. I wonder what the percentage is. 1 point. And it's got lactose in it. Oh shit! It doesn't even have a percentage. I guess it's not that. Must not be that strong. Where is it? It's nothing. It's just lemon, apricot, salt, lactose, and vanilla, which is fine. But I want to know how strong it is. Well, I guess it's not happening. Oh well. Anywho. Whew. God, I've still got just shit in my throat. It's a pain in the ass. But let's see. Okay. I'm still not set up to do like video lookups or anything like that. I don't know if I ever will be. So yeah, this next one, I don't know if you guys like, if anybody looks at like because I'm always trolling through Instagram all the time, looking at reels and shit, and at least once a day I'll see something from like the Russian version of the UFC, because apparently like every other show just ends in a brawl, and I'm beginning to wonder if it's just like the Russians version of comedy. Like, must just be a bit that they do where all the fighters just start, bitching and fighting, and then you got the fucking Spetsnaz looking dudes coming out with their, balaclavas and trying to break up stuff. But I mean, obviously, compared to everywhere else, that's just trashy. That's just it's very very hood / white trash way of doing business. But I mean, it's fighters, whatever. Like I said, I think it might be kind of a bit like they're like reality TV almost. Go out there and just knock boots a little, or no, that's not the right term. Just knock each other around a little bit. And let's see. Oh yeah, I did say there was also some more exciting Marvel stuff. They also they had the Comic-Con was this. I don't know if it was just during the week. I don't know if it's still going on. I think it's over now. It was like last week. But Marvel announced like the next 2 years worth of movies and stuff, because they have Phase 4 is apparently ending at the end of this year, which they got Black Panther coming out. That one looks very cool, and then they have a slew of movies and shows coming out afterwards into Phase 5, which I guess is ending with the next Avengers movie. I don't know what that's going to look like, but it's called the Kangdynasty, so it's going to be, they're going to be fighting like multiple versions of Kang. And again, I also don't exactly know who they are in this case, since, I don't know if Thor, if they're done with Thor. I don't think so. I would hope not, but they are bringing back Captain Marvel, of course, the original one. I think a little bit of the Guardians. I would hope so, because that'd be weird if they don't. Ant-Man, obviously. Whatever they're doing with Black Panther is going to be in there somehow. Though they are building up Ironheart with that movie, so she'll probably be in the latest adventures. And I did see that they did announce that they're finally bringing back Daredevil into a Disney Plus series, and not like the normal ones where it's only 6 episodes. This one's slated to be 18 episodes, so it's like a whole big ass season. So that's gonna be exciting. And with what's his face, Charlie Cox again, and apparently he's they're also reintroducing him at the end of either at the end or like a midway thing with She-Hulk, which is also coming out here pretty soon. So it's coming back. And also they're doing a lot more with Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin, I guess. Oh, and they're doing the Thunderbolts as well, which will be cool. But my note was, namely, Kang Dynasty was going to be interesting and wild and different. And then the last note that I had here was, this is a game that I want to check out. They got, if you guys look up the Callisto protocol, it's basically like the new version of Dead Space, where you're an astronaut, kind of, with just like some bullshit equipment or whatever, and you get to go into space and fight what seems to be zombies, basically. I think I'm not sure exactly. It looks like in this case they're more of like a mad science project type of thing, whereas in Dead Space it was actually like a loosely H.P. Lovecraft base, where like you find out that the thing that's infecting, corpses and turning them into basically, organic harvesters, although they were zombies and shit that cut people up and ate them and all that stuff. But like but they did specify that like the corpses were infected by like a virus type of thing, and then you do find out later that that's actually being controlled by like a hive sentience type of thing that's in deep space. And at the end of the third one, comes to Earth, and then of course you defeat it, and I think you kill it. Again, I don't I don't remember exactly. Or at least shut it off, but this new game is basically, it follows along the same tradition. And actually, speaking of games, which reminds me, I did also see, so I do still have to get I'm still playing through Odyssey, Assassin's Creed. I need to get Valhalla one of these days, and then they announced the next game coming after that apparently takes place in like early Middle East. I think they said Baghdad, Baghdad-ish, and it's supposed to be a precursor to Valhalla. So what they've been doing with like a lot of the newest games is with Origins and Odyssey and I guess Valhalla is they backtracked from like the League of Assassins to the original iteration, which was the Hidden Ones, and that's what was started in Origins with the story in ancient Egypt, and then also side continued with Odyssey, where they're not even like an actual assassin, but like it's more dealing with like the precursors, or the Isu, which is like the first race before humanity, that stuff, fun stuff. And then I guess Valhalla is kind of similar in that aspect. I don't know exactly how, but apparently one of the whatchamacallit, one of like the main story points is a couple of people from who are, you know, like the original assassins or whatever. They travel to, you know, early England, which is to find your character, basically, and that's kind of like how the story takes off. And then I guess the new game coming out is it follows the story of the Middle Eastern guy who goes to Europe, like before that, and is kind of that story about, I guess he gets possessed by one of the Isu, and that's the story. I don't know what else to tell you beyond that. I still haven't played Valhalla, so I don't know shit. I'm still playing through Odyssey. I haven't even gotten to any of the DLC yet, other than, well, like some of the early basic ones I've done where you're just like playing through some stuff, whatever that means. I don't know. Anyways, Callisto Protocol, I want to check it out eventually. I should probably actually get a little bit more done. Also, I'm thinking about starting a little bit of I got another game in mind that I also want to start up too, just to kind of do like some side stuff. I don't know, I'm rambling now, but anyways, oh, it's barely even been anything, well, whatever. Well, I'm gonna finish this, of course. Again, that's my Drecker Brains, fruity and smoothie, just like me. I'm not fruity, I guess. Of course I'm not. But anyways, got some more articles coming up, so stay tuned. Also sweating my ass off in this thing. And we'll be back with more. Just more. So keep watching, keep listening, all that fun stuff. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Apologies again, like I was saying before, it is going to be a shorter episode this time around, but I mean, whatever. And I finally got to do a little bit of an edible segment now, but it's also kind of too late. I don't know. I have stuff to talk about, but I forgot. But what I do have is, of course, more beer for us to try out. This one's from True Respite, which we've had before. We like them. And it's simply titled Bear. It's a bear of a beer. There's only one kind of beer that you need. It's a Hell's Lager known as Bear. Psychedelic Bear. Pastel Bear. 5%, let's see what this is like. Got my horn washed. Hear that ASMR for you guys again. And it's fuzzing in my hand already. Oh no, that's not bad. Oh, it's a very it's a very standard lager, I should say. Let's see how it pours. Oh yeah. Just living dangerously, pouring over my keyboard. No big deal. It is foaming up a lot on me. Now, one day I'll have like a proper set around here. But yeah, there you go. Nice. It does kind of look IPA-ish, but it is very lagerish. You can see it's lighter than the brown. Unless, of course, you're listening, then maybe, I don't know, try some acid or something like that. Maybe you can see colors, and then you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay, now for the long swig test. Oh yeah, that's good. Anyways, speaking of beer, I'm working on finally doing a set. Hopefully tomorrow. Or well, actually it'll be tonight whenever you're seeing this. Hopefully, cross your fingers for me. I finally got some jokes kind of started to figure out, and well, it's just time to go practice them, you know. Especially since Monday's the only night I have off. My venue job is finally like really picking up. But we'll see how things go. Yeah, stuff is good. I should have bought another or more than one. But of course, these aren't like over the counter or anything like that, so it's a bit more expensive. Anywho, I was saying, and also, you know, now I really gotta save money. I've had like 3 kind of bad months, so to speak. Well, it's because I do overspend every once in a while. I gotta kind of get that under control, and it also doesn't help that I've been especially like this month, we've been dealing with more home stuff, more than usual, and no, it's just fucking up my life, you know. Anywho, hopefully things will be changing soon. Actually, next month is going to be really no, not next month. The end of next month is going to be a real problem, so we'll see how things go there. Anywho, let's see, what else did I do? Nothing. I do, speaking of next month, actually, August here. Oh, shit. This is supposed to come out yesterday, I just realized. Supposed to do these at the end of the month. Well, whatever. You're waking up to, the end of July. Sure. Or the beginning of August, whatever. Anyways, this month, Warhammer-wise, we do have the Hammer of Wrath tournament coming up. Kind of the middle of the month. My plan is to get in there. I should have the money for it. I think tickets are probably like $50. That's one of those good old 2-day Warhammer tournaments, so excited about that, especially since I've been kind of well, I feel like I'm not going to be able to play much for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how life rolls out for me coming up here pretty soon. Hopefully things will start looking up and I'll start being funnier and being able to get some more content in. And depending on the space I'm in, I'll be less apparent, because you could probably hear it's a little echoey in here. The thing is, like, I like my office here, but this is a big ass room. It's vaulted ceiling wise. It's like double up at the very top corner, and that's not good for sound reverb elimination or noise or anything like that. But no, whatever. We'll see. It sucks, but whatever. But yeah, so hopefully things will be better, and I'll be able to get more beers, live a better life, which will be better for you guys. So I'll have more time and peace of mind to actually do things instead of, laying about in the mornings and stuff. But in the meantime, I do have some final articles for you guys. So let's go ahead and see what the fun news is today. I say fun because I'm talking. Oh, wow. I haven't talked for shit hardly. Oh, whatever. Fun news because I don't do humdrum news like politics or any of that bullshit. First up. So I'm excited about Daredevil will be born again in new Disney Plus series. So I don't remember exactly when I saved this article, but I do know that up to this point, they did announce at Comic-Con that they're going to have a full season 4 of Daredevil. How that works, who knows? I mean, that'll be the point. And unlike a lot of the recent Disney Plus episodes where they've just been doing like 6 show seasons, like it's like a mini series, right? This is going to be 18 episodes, which is even more than what the original Marvel Netflix shows were. Because those only ever got up to, I think, 12 a piece. Maybe 14. And then their version of Defenders was only 8. But, and another thing that's nice before that is he's also set to appear in both the She-Hulk TV series and in Echo. That's coming out. I think She-Hulk's the next one that's coming out. I don't know exactly when Echo is. I would assume it's going to be a little bit after that. But then, I think sometime around that point, we're also getting Black Panther 2 in theaters. That one looks interesting. I can't wait for that. And actually, Marvel-wise, I know I was talking before about how they said they announced Marvel's 4 was going to be the Kang Dynasty. And I talked about that already. I since learned, since I last recorded, that still getting fluid and shit. But they also announced Avengers 5, which is going to be Secret Wars. And that could go a number of different ways, which I won't get into now. We'll get into that later. But cause there's like 2 different Secret Wars series that they made, so it could be anything. But because of the way they like had some things in the last Doctor Strange, it's kind of leaning more towards the newer version of Secret Wars, which is basically like different dimensions fighting each other. Which, if that's the case, that's going to make Endgame look like the fucking starting kickoff. That was a shitty analogy, but I mean, you get what I mean. It's gonna be nothing, right? Still a good movie, of course. Next up, getting away from. You know what? I'll keep that article. Getting away from Marvel for once. Phil Anselmo and Rex Brown to reunite for Pantera tour in 2023. Now, this is a little polarizing for some people because if you know anything about metal, you'll know that, well, the other 2 members, the Darrell brothers, they've passed since then. Old Dimebag, he was famously, there's a whole documentary about this. I talked to Tom about this actually a while back, but yeah, he was killed on stage in the mid 90s. I want to say maybe late 90s. And then Vinnie Paul died. I think he just had like a heart attack or something along those lines a few years back. I think like 4 years now. And that was in the middle of he was recording with his other band, Hell Yeah, which he does with some other members of other bands, including Chad Gray of the infamous Mudvayne, or famous, I guess. But anyways, the point being is, this is kind of polarizing for some people because a lot of people think that, you know, other than, I mean, it's like half the band, basically. But then also at the same time, some of the people that they have filling in are pretty damn good. Like I think Zach Wilde is taking over for Dimebag, basically, and then I don't remember who the drummer is gonna be, because he's not someone I'm as familiar with. But it's like they got good people for this, right? You know, they're not just like doing random bullshit. But I don't know. I mean, I'm hopefully, once I get in a better living situation, I'll also have more money for shows again. I haven't really gone to any shows at all, hardly anymore. But this is something that I would see. I would like to see. I missed my chance to see Pantera in life, so hopefully in death, I guess. It's also a bit tasteless. Whatever. Last article. Bit more of a observation, really. Katwilliams to all comedians. If cancel culture gets you, you weren't funny anyway. I'm not sure how good my voice or how good my voice was impersonating his voice. But yeah, he's basically just being anti-cancel culture. And what am I doing right now? A thing where I basically just say whatever I want, and hopefully I get paid for it. But I mean, I guess it just kind of depends. But fuck, my cough is canceling me right now. Not as bad though. What was I gonna say? I mean, I guess like my argument, at least for myself, is I don't necessarily want to say things that are gonna really be that polarizing. At least not yet. I'm not famous enough for that, obviously. But I mean, like at the same time, like that is the point of comedy. Really, is just to be able to say something fucked up and then make it funny in a number of ways. You know, it could be like pseudo shock comedy. Obviously, you don't want to do too much of that because that's bad. Up to just like a good old storytelling set, which totally fucked up, but you make it funny somehow. So I don't know. I'm very middle of the road when it comes to these things, but I do prefer being left alone and being my own person. So that's kind of where my point of view comes from. And that makes it 6 articles for the month of July for you guys. And well, you also notice that there's been a bit of a lack of updates now. I think like the last episode of anything is I released an episode of the me playing through Odyssey, and that one came out last weekend. Yes, yeah, last weekend. So yeah, I'm done with that, mainly because I found another scheduling service that does the job a little bit better, and it allows me to post to Instagram Reels and Stories, which is something that I've been kind of lacking, because I've been trying to figure out like how to do just everything from my computer, so I'm not doing anything on my phone posting wise, really, other than maybe going in and doing like a promotion or something like that, which hopefully I can get off of that too one of these days, but we'll see. Again, got to get famous for that. However, it's not a free service, unfortunately. It's like $18 a month. So, which, I mean, with like the TikToks and stuff like that, like I could fill it up and let it work. But if you do it annually, or if you set your payments to be annual, it's more like $16 a month, which is still up there a bit. But I don't know. And then like right now, you know, I've been a little bit short, and well, rent's due today, of course. So I'm giving it a minute. And also having being out with COVID at the beginning of the month really didn't help me out that much. Pay-wise anyway. But, and, you know, again, speaking of shows, obviously, you know, keep watching this show, jankityasspodcast right here on YouTube, which you can do easily if you go to the corner and hit like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Or, of course, if you're listening, then just subscribe to whatever platform you're on, be it your iTunes, your Pandoras, your Spotifys, all that stuff. I'm everywhere. But on YouTube, you will get this show, this what's it called, playlist, and then you will also get the Poncho's Paint Booth, which is my hobbies and painting models and stuff like that, and the Gutsy Ass Gamer, which is all video games, playthroughs, Twitch, currently Odyssey. I just started working on another game, which I will announce another time, and I think I'll kind of do the same thing where I just start. Well, this one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be bi-weekly and a little bit longer. It makes sense. So, and then of course, if you stay to the end of the episode, you will get the links to all of my my socials. So, Multi-Murdy Media is on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, or not LinkedIn, fuck that, TikTok. And, of course, my website, which is also, if you're listening, you obviously won't see this, but it's in the description below, multimurdymedia.com. That has the links to everything, including my Instagram page, podcast links, all the YouTube playlists, and the model gallery if you're more into the hobby stuff. But, until then, I guess chill the fuck out. Hopefully life gets better for you, as it will hopefully get better for me. But in the meantime, find your drink, I guess. That's kind of a lame. That's a lame closing out phrase. Just, whatever. Come back next month. See you in a bit.